Good morning, YouTube. Let's switch that up. I, I'm sitting there looking at my dash on my truck. It says 557. My onboard computer says 614, and my phone says 614. So that's why I started a little late. And I looked for the pre-live that I did. I thought I set up. I know I set up, and it disappeared. So I apologize. I apologize for that. For my one or two dedicated subscribers that listen and watch. Lord. My one or two dedicated subscribers that listen and watch. I apologize for being late. That's crazy. It's just some light thing in the field. Oh, weird. But of course, it's spooky.
In 1/4 mile, continue straight on Interstate 75.
Take the flashy thing off. And let's get back to work. I didn't realize I was so freaking behind. I pulled over. I was trying to clean the windshield. I'll get it at the next truck stop. I gotta get some windshield wiper fluid. And then when I go to the yard, I get some more. Actually, I'll just throw some water in it. One thing I kind of sort of noticed, and I really kind of sort of noticed this morning, that my feelings are way out of whack. My feelings are way out of whack lately, and it kind of started when I went on this cruise. I mean, I ain't the easiest person to get along with, but I kind of see that my feelings are way off the deep end.
Join the highway.
Being a emotional eater, being a person that's been predominantly overweight all of his life, I let external things get to me. I let certain things bother me, and I know I'm not supposed to. You're supposed to toughen up, but I can't help it. I've let certain things bother me to the point that I've used the excuse, well, I don't care. I've used that excuse many a time, and I resorted back to that same predicament. Hey, Mike, sorry I'm a little late, and I set up a topic, but it must have disappeared. Either that or I deleted it by mistake. But I kind of recognize that my feelings are out of whack. The normal things that I do to keep me stabilized. I deleted some of the music that I listened to by mistake. I've gained about 15 pounds back. I'm still not, 15 ain't bad, but I'm not happy. And it started way before the cruise. I don't know. I'm not going to make excuses, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you the rundown of what happened. I finally made it to 2:30. I think it was like 2:30, 2:33, and all I wanted to do was get to 2:20. So I was very proud of myself. I was bragging about it to my wife, and then later on we wound up getting into an argument that I'm getting too skinny. There's no skinny on my body. I will never be skinny. But it got into an argument, and why I'm starving myself and all that. No, I was just on keto. I was actually following low carb to the T, and it hurt my feelings. I think I need to get this out. It hurt my feelings because one of the things, yes, I want to live a healthy lifestyle, and this is the wrong part of it. I was doing it for someone else. I like the way my wife looks at me, so I was very proud of myself, and like she's gonna look at more, and so on. And when this argument got started, you don't need to do this, yes, and I'm like, I got my feelings hurt so bad that I just gave up. I haven't said it online. I just gave up. And each week I tried to restart. Each week I tried to re-engage in my diet and everything else. And each day, each week, I gave myself another excuse. I didn't go extreme. Even on the cruise, honestly, I didn't go my normal overeating extreme. I still ate too much. I ate so much, Mike, that I got sick at least 3 or 4 times. And one time twice I even initiated to get all that mess out of me. And I wasn't happy. In coming up to the cruise, well, I'm overeat on the cruise anyway, so I can eat what I want, which is, one of the things is like these peanut butter stuffed pretzels, and it's not dramatic stuff, but it's enough to spike my blood sugar. It's enough to change my body back into storing fat. It's enough to change the shape of my face that quick and to feel the difference. And what I felt on the cruise, including everything else that had my feelings out of whack and everything else, I was literally miserable. I tried to drink it away. It didn't fix it. I tried to do normal things I did, like hiding the ducks. It didn't fix it. I was very, very miserable. My feet were swollen the whole time, and I've walked long periods of time, but I wasn't engaging in eating healthy. And I finally come to the realization that I can't continue this journey unless I continue this journey for me. I'm a hard-headed individual. I'm not easy to get along with, but I'm passionate about certain things. I'm passionate about what I want to do and what I want to be. It hurts. It hurts to be big, and I'm not, by standards, I'm obese. But it hurts when you got to tippy-toe around because your feet are swollen up. Last few days, I've just been taking water pills to bring the swelling down. I'm having too much salt, and I have been taking my right vitamins, and my body got pissed. My body's mad at me. And I figured out that I don't blame my body being mad at me. I feel like I am alone in this And I feel like this, it just hurts because I want to be able to enjoy the stuff. Yes, you got to enjoy it in moderation. That's where the problem falls. I can't. I mean, not that I can't, but I don't know how to enjoy something in moderation. You know, when you grow up, you better eat all that food. You better stuff your face. You better do this. You better do that. And you know that has caused, from what I mean, that's caused high. Hey, Bama, I see you in there. What's going on? I've caused high blood pressure. I've caused type 2 diabetes. I'm taking these other pills to slow down the progression of having to go to the bathroom all the time. But certain muscles and certain things, because of the type 2 diabetes, it makes certain muscles weak. And when I get to the point where I fix it or get it under control, and then I lose my daggone mind. That's where I'm admitting my faults in this. Soon as I literally at one point had my blood sugar levels so low, the doctor took me off metformin. So I started acting like I'm normal again. I can never be normal again. And that's what hurts. I don't even know what normal is anymore. Because I want to be able to do these things. I want to be able to live my life, but I don't want to put in the work. I don't want to be on these drugs. But to not be on these drugs, I got to put in the work. First things first, I got to get back into not drinking that poison, which is the monster drinks. It's poison. I know it. You know, and boy, if Cooking Pete's got on here, she'd let me have it. But I'm so used to, I've got 11, since 2011, drinking these things to keep me awake, even though I'm to the point I just woke up. And I want one. I had a cup of coffee. I'm like, okay, let's just relax, get down the road, and you'll figure it out. A cup of coffee, I have to get back to the basics of what makes me happy. I don't much like change, but sometimes a drastic change needs to happen for me to stay happy. During this cruise, I felt all of the stuff that I was going through when I wasn't eating or wasn't making an effort to eat healthier, and I was miserable. I'm still feeling the repercussions of that, and I'm not happy. There's a difference between not happy and being aggravated. I'm not happy, and it's coming out. I literally had to tell a dispatcher yesterday. I'm telling them I'm not going to make it. You gave me, at first, I had to make it back into McDonough. I had to deliver in McDonough, Georgia, then cut across to Newnan, and then head back south. But the main problem is where I had to pick up my load, I needed an empty trailer. So I spent about 2 to 3 hours trying to find the trailer. I finally found the trailer. I'm calling them. My dispatcher wouldn't pick up. She does that when she knows that I'm not going to yell at you. I'm just going to tell you the situation. I got a different dispatcher, and this woman was sitting there telling me, you can make it. And I'm telling her, I'm going to have to shut down outside the gate at Kellogg to make it, even make it. Is there any way, I'm not telling you what to do, is there any way you can move that my delivery time back? Just a few hours. Don't take the load from me, just a few hours. Then I can make it. No, you can make it. You need to keep going. You need it. And see, that's that stupid stuff. That's that stupid stuff that they teach these dispatchers, you can talk down to the truck drivers and you can tell them whatever and they'll just do it. And I said, look, ma'am, I didn't get upset like I normally do. I said, look, ma'am, I'm a million mile driver. I'm not stupid. She said, well, what do your computer say? My computer doesn't say nothing. I'm counting on my fingers I ain't going to be able to make it. When I left the rest area, when I left the rest area, I was supposed to be there at 10. The computer says 10:30, which is, you might as well add another hour onto that one. Because you're behind a computer, but I drive every day. I can tell you, if I got to go to North Carolina, I have to add at least 3 to 4 hours extra because of traffic, because of climbing, climbing the incline, down climb, and where I got to go. Because I'm on a dedicated route. I know how long it's going to take. When I head down to Florida, I know how long it's going to take. I know that I have to go into, a truck stop to fuel up. I can't just go straight through. I know what's going to take for me to get there on time. Because you give me an impossible load, I'm not going to tell you no, because when I tell you no, then I'm not getting another one. And then you're going to punish me. And tell me, oh, we got nothing. And I've been doing this since 2011. I'm not stupid. So, okay. So, and she kept on telling me, you got to, and I just kept on saying, okay. I didn't even say I'm not going to argue. I just said, okay. And guess what I did? I picked up the load, intending to deliver it, got outside the gate, shut down in the median, which is freaking retarded, but you got to do that sometimes. Shut down in the median. And I was calling Charles. I was laying in the back talking and telling him about, just whining like a little B-I-T-C-H, whining like a little bitch, which I apologize. And then I happened to just look. I just happened to look at this fool rescheduled it for next Tuesday. And do you think anybody called or told me? No. So, and I called in. Luckily, I got one of the dispatchers that I brought a bottle of liquor back from the cruise, because I do that. I bring presents for dispatchers. And he said, yeah, it's Tuesday. I said, hey, what do you want me to do? You want me to take it to the Atlanta yard? Or I said I could take it to the yard down in Lakeland, Florida, which is, it's not even probably 30, 40 miles from where it's got to go. It makes it easier. He said, take it down there. But the person that was talking down to me, the person that was being condescending to me, didn't even have the gall or the notion, let me call you and let you know that I had a change. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And since, like I started, my emotions have been so out of whack the last couple of days. I've said stuff that's gotten me in trouble with my wife, and I'm, with everything else. I have to watch out. So I have, what I'm going to do, I got to hit a reset button. One of my reset buttons is actually talking it out online. I done gave up the point of getting monetized. But I'm just losing. I lose hours. I lose this. I lose that. I'm just going to go back. I'm resetting YouTube to have fun again. I can't wait to work on my lawn. My lawn is waking up. I'm going to stay with the plan. But what I want to do, I'm thinking about adding an extension to my deck outside. I'm gonna look online, see if I can get some. They don't sell booklets anymore on how to build stuff. You got to go online. So I'm going to look online. I want to figure out how to do an extension to my deck properly. My deck needs a whole. I fixed it, but now that I know what to do, I actually fixed it wrong. But I'm not taking it apart. I'm not doing that. But the new part. I'm gonna do properly. And I'm going to go back to having fun. I got to curve my drinking, bring that back down under control before it becomes a problem again. It's become a problem that only a few people know about. I got to bring it back under control. But I got to get back to being happy again. I got a lot of videos from the cruise. It was so funny. It's going to be posted ashore. I lost my daggone mind getting on that. The Oasis class ships. They have this slide. I forgot what they call it. It's a big old purple little monster at the top of the end of the ship. I got in that thing, and I slid down there in my big ass. And see, when I say big ass, it's just a saying. But I gotta remember, I gotta watch that. Because some people take that personal and think I'm calling them fat. I'm not calling you fat. If I'm gonna call you fat, I'm gonna call you fat. You fat son of a bitch. But the certain saying that I grew up with, and now I have to watch my tongue. I gotta watch my mouth. I get too relaxed. I gotta get back into the right frame of mind, the right frame of my right situation. I'm taking these. It's what you call it? Now I need to take memory pills. But see, you gotta get your diabetes under control. I gotta get under control because it could change to type 3, which is Alzheimer's. You start forgetting shit. And I'm not trying to do that. So right now I'm back on my keto regimen. I was doing it before, but I haven't been doing the MCT oil. You can do MCT oil, avocado oil, or olive oil. And what they say, what I do is I take a gulp of it. I drink it like a drink, and then I swig water right behind it. It's so horrifically nasty. I don't even breathe. I just do it real quick. Because you're supposed to, in the keto, is have more of the good oils than even your protein. You gotta really look at the book. I'm not despondent. I'm not hurt. I'm just not happy. I was in a good space before. Now I know I got to be on full alert when, doing things and so forth and so on. It's time to start focusing back on myself, focusing back on healing. Boy, by the time I heal, I'm gonna be dead. Focusing back on just, talking things out. This is the good thing about my channel is I get to talk this stuff out and I feel better. I feel better about it, and I'm starting to feel better right now. I think I'm just gonna leave the thumbnail the way it is, and I'm just gonna talk this out because, like you said, Bam Nola, you had the stuff you're going through. You can change. It's up to you. You can find in our group, in our area, you know, you got a lot of herbalists. You got a lot of this. You know, I take and I just remember nitric oxide. I take that stuff, and that helps me not go to the bathroom a lot. I wear the compression socks. I got them on Amazon. I don't feel right without them. I don't feel right. You know, I wear them while I'm working in the yard now. I wear them while I'm walking. I wear them while I'm sitting in this truck all day long. And it's helping the circulations in my legs. And I'm not calling you out, but I'm just giving you a suggestion. I wear them to help that circulation in my body. Why? Because I don't want the atrophy. I even had it one time. I looked down and the tips of my toes were turning, on one foot was turning purple. I was like, oh, hell no. And I think it's like Crooked Pizza told me about B1, how it takes the tingling, that it takes away the tingling, helps the circulation. These folks that do this online, everybody has some suggestion that will help me, that will and has helped me. And I fell by the wayside. That's why I'm just admitting it. I fell by the wayside by letting my feelings take over and giving up. Well, guess what? I'm back on track. I'm going to take these medications till the doctor said don't. But I'm going to work towards getting away from it. I'm not saying it'll be zero medication, but it'll be a lower dosage. I did squats, not yesterday because of time, but when I stop today, I'm going to do 50 squats, something simple, 50 squats, then start working on that push-up bar, the push-ups again. Why? Because I need to. Not because I want to. I need to. Not to show off to anybody, but to see when you do that it's just your body weight. You tell your testosterone to, hey, I need you guys to start producing again. I'm not talking about for sex, whatever. It helps in the body. It helps in it helps. The testosterone does more than just make you horny. It helps in your body. It helps with depression. It helps with all of the other bodily functions. And now I need to wake that sucker back up. And doing sit-ups. Another thing, especially with diabetes, it's just sitting down and, you know, putting maybe like a 5 or 10 pound weight on your lap and pushing your feet to your tippy toes, that helps I think that back muscle behind your glutes or whatever the heck you call it, and that helps burn up sugar. It eats up the sugar in your body. And I need to start working on getting back to insulin resistance, working on that insulin resistance. That insulin resistance is what's going to bring me back into play. It's going to bring me back into play. Because now I know, because I started out not eating right, I've just been progressing. It's messing with my emotional state, it's messing with my feelings, and my feelings are already out of whack. What you guys feel when you're sad, multiply that 10 times for me. So my feelings are already out of whack. And a lot of times I'll go to alcohol to numb it, but that's making it even worse. So now I got to come back the other way. So then I can get to the point No, I don't need that beer. I don't need this. I don't need that salt. Let me get some, let me get some regular yogurt. I even bought some kimchi because my gut's out of control. My gut is out of control. And, you know, we're adults. I'm going to tell you, I know my gut is out so far out of control. I've been passing gas. I've been blowing bombs for the last week. So I know my stomach is out of control. Not good. Not good. So for me to start being happy again, I wish I could just, I gotta work. I gotta get this sucker down the road. If I ain't turning, I ain't, if the wheels ain't turning, I ain't earning. I gotta get down the road. But the last 2 days, I've been eating right. I kind of screwed up yesterday. Not really, but I had some peanut butter. But I gotta buy me some more potassium pills because I lose potassium real quick, and I know the symptoms that are bothering me. But I gotta get back on track. I gotta start writing stuff down and keeping an eye on the prize. What is the eye on the prize? For me to be a better person. For me, I can only do for me. And when I start doing for me, it making me happy, the rest is going to fall into place. I'm happy I caught it. I'm happy I noticed it. Because a lot of times, I have that personality where if you tell me or nag me, I'm going to go full tilt boogie the opposite direction. I need to figure it out, or I need to be slightly nudged to let me know, okay, you're doing stupid, you're acting stupid, or you're not. What happened? And now that I've realized it, I got to get back on track. I was listening, I think it was Marlene or whatever. She was getting on some strong points yesterday on her live, which I was like, wow, yeah, I got you. I say that all the time. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing that. And what I recognize is the lady was saying was that she got some counseling. I'm trying to get caught up on my bills. Once I get caught up and get some of these more credit cards down there, I'm gonna see a therapist. And in the African American community, it's kind of like a no-no. Like, you ain't crazy. Ain't nobody said I was. I might be retarded, but I ain't crazy. That's a joke, guys. But I need some valid points and to learn some coping mechanisms that only a professional can point out. Because when you go to a therapist that's been a therapist for them, they can read you like a book. You're like, there ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh yeah, it is. Let's go down this, and this. And I think I need to get a few sessions for some coping mechanisms, because guess what? This ain't easy being out here by your daggone self 24/7. I choose this life, but it ain't easy. I had this one guy, look. This one guy, I hate to say this, but it's a black and white situation. Okay, you guys know I drive an 18-wheel. Well, you guys, a lot of times you have to get this truck weighed. You got to weigh the truck so you see if they loaded it correctly, because it's the law. There's a cop right there. It's the law. and if it's overweight on certain set of tires, you got to get it fixed, or you got to fix it. Well, this Martin company guys on the scale. What you do, especially during the day, you get on the scale, you weigh, then you get off the scale, and if it's during the day, you got open parking spots, you just go park and then go in and pay for it. Or you turn around, you pull out, turn around, and you pull into the fuel aisle. Any trucker that's got some sense knows this. So I'm fueling next to the scale. There's a truck on there. There's a guy in a flatbed behind him, and he's just waiting, and then he gets out, and I already knew, because I didn't even see it, but I've been doing this since 2011, and again, I've got 1 million miles under my belt. There's someone in here that's got like 4 million, but I got 1 million miles. I know what he did. He got off the scale, said, screw it, I'm not doing none of that, and walked inside. Normally, you do that. If you did that, you would run it. You'd run inside, pay, and then run out and say sorry and keep going. No, this guy comes out with a bag of groceries. So I'm laughing. Even the guy knows. And I said, yeah, he could have just walked up. And we're both laughing. Nobody's mad. So he comes out and he's apologizing to the white man that's waiting. Oh, sorry, sir. And then I'm laughing. Then he turns around and he's beefing with my black ass. And guess what? He was black. Oh, so you're cooning over there, but now you're gonna get mad at me, which I ain't got nothing to do with. I ain't even waiting. Even if I was behind your stupid behind, I wouldn't be mad. But you mad now? You're cooning over there with him. Oh, sorry, sir. But then now, hey, mother effer, you know, now you throwing it. And I looked at him and said, hey, what you mad at me for? For doing that goofy behind stuff. What you mad at me? And I'm laughing. And I'm still laughing. And then even when he pulls up, and I say to the guy, I say, hey man, this ain't even a black and white thing. But now he mad at my black ass for laughing at it. But he gonna be nice to you because you white. And he started laughing. I said, nah, you just don't do that. Truckers don't do that. And I'm sorry if that hurts anybody's feelings, but that's still the truth. It's still the truth. You know what I'm saying? See, we put everything in we're so used to mouthing off to certain people in the, oh, I'm sorry, sir. No. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy that you had before. But you ain't gonna do that. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be out here starting stuff, but when it's funny, it's funny. When it's goofy, it's goofy. And you being goofy. But I'm gonna get back. Like I said, I got reset. Get back in the mind of my business, not saying the daggone thing. Because I'm not, it is for entertainment purposes only. I'm gonna say what I would have probably did, but no, we ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, guys. Resetting your attitude, resetting your feelings, resetting your daily work ethics, your when you recognize, and guess what? I've been in the wrong, but I can't. It's a curse. I can't control it sometimes. When I see it, I'm gonna work on it. When I see it, I'm gonna figure out. Maybe I need to get back and do some meditation and shakalaka, Shaquille O'Neal, shakaka. Just meditate and slow my roll and figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna stay mad. Because look, you stay mad, you hold that negative energy. Let's start the day with some positive energy. Let's start the day with some positive vibe. Let's start the day figuring out what's going to happen next, because you don't know. I don't know. You might not see me tomorrow. This ain't the most safest thing in the world I could be doing right now. It ain't. Exactly. I just happen to spot you. Health is the key. I'm going to start back into a healthy mode. Get my attitude. When I start eating healthy again, it starts adjusting my attitude. I get back to the attitude for gratitude and be happy and thankful for that God gives me another day. And I'm so appreciative of that. And to be honest with you, I need a vacation from the vacation. I need a vacation from the vacation. And right now it feels like a vacation. I think when I stop at the Petro, which is 178 miles, I'm going to do 25 squats there. When I get to the yard, I'm going to do 25 squats. That's going to give me my 50. And I'm see if I can at least do 5 push-ups. If I at least do 5, I might be, the arms might be shaking, but we're going to at least do 5. And I'm not going to say nothing until I start making this a regular occurrence. And then you guys will see and notice the difference. You know what I mean? You guys will see and notice the difference, because I want my blood sugar down again. I want my sugar levels down below pre-diabetic. I want them down below pre-diabetic status. I know they're not. I haven't even taken my blood, but I know they're not, because I know how I feel. But I'm going to get this stuff below the pre-diabetic status. I'm going to get back into ketosis. I'm going to lose this weight, and then I'm going to keep an eye on it. And when I fall short, instead of putting myself down and giving up, I'm going to try again. If you notice the progression, I started at 300, 325. Dropped down to 350, jumped up to 385. No. I jumped down to 250, jumped up to 285, jumped down to 240, went up to 260, jumped down again, went to 230. Now I think I'm probably in the 250s. I don't even want to check my weight yet. I want to give it some time. But when I check it, I want to be proud of looking at it. I want to be proud of looking at it. And I'm going to start doing some stuff in the yard. The grass is starting to green up, and I need to start, buying some more distressed grass. That's so much fun to me. Buying distressed grass and bringing it back to life. That's so much fun. So I'm going to be working on that. Figuring out what to do after that. I really think that dead sod, that second set of dead sod that I got, the first set, I think that's going to come back, because I've tried to lift it up and it's rooted. So I'm thinking around May that's going to start growing, because that's Xenozoid, it doesn't really wake up until the heat hits it, and that's going to be like late April or early May. So we're going to be working on that and keeping an eye on that. All right, guys, I just want to thank y'all for being a part of my live and coming in. Thank you for letting me spout off a bunch of bull. Thank you for being thank you, guys. Thank you for being my digital friends. You're well much appreciated. If I didn't say hello to you, I'm saying hello right now and let you know you're well appreciated. And as always, guys, coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Get your workout on, positive affirmations and fashion sense. And after that, 9 o'clock, Cruising is Fun Anytime, Eddie Lugo Studios. and Miss T with the T at 9:15. Check them out and check each other out. And as always, guys, if you don't think nobody loves you, know I love you and God loves you. Y'all be blessed. I will see y'all Monday. I'll be dropping shorts this weekend, but that's it. I ain't flapping my gums till Monday. All right. Deuces.